lot what the Muslims say. And
so y'all saying Elijah Muhammad is the only man that them that
no, he the last one that we know about.
you know, the prophet's back now. The prophet's back now. Ain't no man, the real men, that's how we know who the real men of the Lord is. Ain't no man gonna come back and teach you that the Lord gonna save everybody and that we Muslim. No, the real prophet of the Lord gonna tell you to listen to the Bible because you the children of the Bible. Elijah Muhammad didn't teach that. He didn't teach us that really because it's online.
So you don't listen to his speeches and stuff?
So why?
You gotta listen to other people's speeches.
So if they know we're the Israelites, why they don't teach that? Why they teach about Muslims?
They do take black people that are raising a man. They do teach that.
Yeah, original.
Well, it goes back to what Elijah Muhammad was saying. They don't even teach black kids to the schools no more.
They ain't never taught us our real history. They teach us that they the people of the Bible.
Nah, Farrakhan teach that. We the truth. Farrakhan do teach that.
Yeah, we the original people.
Yeah, after he done heard it, after he done been announced around the world, that's when they came out and said, yeah, the Lord told us we're Israelites. After somebody else done came and do it, that's what's called the false prophet. The Lord ain't tell you nothing. You just stole something, the truth, from a real prophet and said the Lord revealed it to you. That's a lie. That's how we know who the real prophets is.
But what they said is the truth, though, right? No matter who they got it from, what they said is the truth, right?
When you take credit for it, that's what a lie come in.
It don't matter. But they still telling the truth. You should be able to
the truth. So you saying if the white man, if you invent something, the white man take credit for it to make all the money, what you gonna say? Well, he did. No, that ain't different. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
You get caught up in who took credit.
I ain't talking about who took credit. I'm just saying that's how you know who the real prophet is.
The truth.
That's how you separate. That's called discernment. That's how you know who. You can't go out and teach nothing and say, "Oh, well, the Lord showed me this stuff," when that's a lie. You done heard somebody else teach it, and then you try to say it was you that the Lord revealed it to you. That's a lie. I ain't talking about taking credit wise. I'm saying
He can't reveal it to you through somebody else.
But you don't.
He can't reveal it to you. Ain't you trying to reveal us?
No, you learn from somebody. You ain't say you don't learn nothing and then just say, well, the Lord showed me this. That's a false prophet.
He showed it to me through somebody else.
But the Lord did the same way you doing. That's the same way they did Moses. Moses, the Lord love all of us. Ain't nothing special about you, Moses. That's the same way they can. You had people that were coming against Moses that other Israelites followed, and the Lord destroyed them. Because you know why? Because Moses was the real prophet. Moses was the real man of the Lord. The Lord killed 250 men that came to get Moses and had all people. Just like Farrakhan got people following him, you had people like that during the time of Moses that were leading the people away from the real prophet.
Because when he come down there and saw them worshiping my outer God, that golden horse and stuff, chunks of gold, he got mad.
Yeah, Moses was right for getting mad, because that's a worshiping a false god. That's an idol.
That's when Moses went to the mountain.
No.
He left somebody to tend to the people while he was gone.
His brother, not Joshua, he left Aaron. He left Aaron in charge. Moses didn't make it into the promised land because he struck the rock. He ain't had nothing to do with it when he came back from the mount. When Moses struck the rock, he supposed to wait until the Lord told him to do it. And that's why he hit it 3 times. Moses got mad and did it at his own will. The Lord do everything, but he used men to do it, to show who the real prophecy is. The Lord had told Moses to wait to a certain time because the people were begging for water. Moses, we thirsty. We need something to drink. We need something to drink. And Moses got frustrated. And he hit and the Lord was like, basically what the Lord was saying, Moses, wait till I tell you to do it. And they kept nagging Moses and nagging Moses, we thirsty. We need water. Our cattle died and the sheep died. We need water, Moses. We need water. And Moses got frustrated. And Moses hit the rock 3 times and he wasn't supposed to. It made the water come out. Now the Lord still let him make the water come out because he loved Moses. Moses is special. But he was supposed to do it. He was supposed to wait until the Lord told him to do it. That's why Moses did. That's why the Lord didn't let Moses go into the promised land. Now Moses came back. Y'all know who Moses came back as, right? King David. That was Moses.
Boy, how you know that?
Now, because it's the same. It's the same. You got to look at the faith. And what King David did and what Moses did. He was a shepherd. And he came back as Peter. What the Messiah told Peter. Told it to him 3 times. That's how you know it was the same spirit. Coming back in different time periods. Moses came back as King Jacob. Not King Jacob. Moses came back as King David. Peter. Zerubbabel. Y'all probably don't know Zerubbabel. But that one, he was Jacob too. Everything is reincarnated. The Lord don't keep making millions and millions of new people. The same people come back. That was Moses. Because basically, the same thing King David did going against Goliath was the same thing that Moses did coming out of Egypt. Everybody else was scared. He the only one that showed the faith.
It's just reincarnation.
Yeah, the same people keep everybody back. All of us were slaves. It's the same people coming back. Everything worked through a seed line. That's what I'm telling you. Through a seed line. Everybody. That what Mo was saying when he was saying, I'm older than y'all. That's what Mo was saying. Because everything reincarnated. Yeah, I'm younger now. In this generation.
I talked with him about 2 hours right there coming from down there to the
in this generation.
In front of
King David. That was Moses.
And he told us that we running out of time. Which we is. I mean, that's coming. Every day go by, that's time coming.
Granny was saying that.
Yeah, but
y'all don't understand the time. Y'all think the time is to the Lord. The Messiah. That's what I'm telling y'all.
What I'm saying with you keep saying it near. What I'm saying, yeah, it's near, but it ain't gonna be in our lifetime. It ain't gonna be while we live, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, really, technically, you can die tomorrow. But I'm saying it ain't.
But it ain't finna be how all these people we living all that. They like it's gonna be in 2 or 3 years.
It could be. We don't know. It's short. You don't know that. It could be.
Granny was teaching us when we were little children. Y'all do the
living our last day.
We living in your last day. Blah blah blah. That's what I'm saying. People gonna be saying that for the next 1,000 years.
Man, no, they ain't.
In the next 300 years, people go.
What my family? Y'all see what I got?
Randy was saying that when I was a little boy.
I don't see the play going another 5. It ain't too much stuff happening too fast. You got to line up the prophecies.
That's what I was telling them boys. They told me, don't eat this, don't eat that. Granny ate all that stuff and lived to be 90-something years old.
Because that was just a lot to live that long. And you know, tell her how long the Lord probably would have gave her more time than she would have. I mean, I don't know what she was eating, but if you eat, you just gonna have a long Lord allow you to live. It ain't just based on what you eat. Some people die. You can get shot and killed. Anything can happen.
Why you don't eat pork?
Because that's against the law.
What the Lord say about pork?
Yeah.
What the Bible say about pork?
It ain't say pork. It say don't eat from the pig. Anything that don't chew the cud and don't divide the hoof.
It don't do
it's
what?
unclean.
It ain't got the split hoof.
A pig got a split hoof, but it don't chew the cud.
It don't do what? Chew the what?
Chew the cud.
What that mean?
You basically.
But now you can turn that around and your Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's why you're supposed to eat catfish. Catfish should live in the water, but it ain't no fish. A catfish just like a pig, just in the water. But a catfish just like a pig. It'll eat anything in front of it. It'll eat it up. You ain't supposed to clean it. And the Lord showed you that because catfish ain't got scale. It got fin, but it ain't got scale. Anything you eat from out the water supposed to have.
A shark ain't got scale.
You don't supposed to eat it. That's what I'm telling y'all about seafood. A catfish, it got fins, but it ain't got scales. It got to have fins and scales. That's why you don't eat shrimp. You don't eat crab legs. You don't eat oysters and stuff like that. That's in Leviticus in the law.
But you know why
well, you don't put in Leviticus. You don't supposed to wear mixed linen.
That's something that
in Leviticus.
That's something that we can't control. I keep telling y'all we in captivity. I ain't make these clothes.
You can make you model
what you want.
He pick and choose like I don't know. He said Leviticus like I don't know.
You just like them Christians. Pick and choose what you want.
No. It says you in
license in the heart.
You in captivity. You can't control.
You can control what you want.
No, I can't. I don't make no clothes. I don't own no factories. That's what I'm saying. Nothing you buy ain't gonna be according to our law.
We are laws in there.
Y'all listen. Just be quiet and y'all act like women. Listen, you can't get emotional.
I'm just telling you.
You can't get emotional.
I'm just telling you, young boy wasn't Miss Lennon. That's a law.
Do we own factories? What was one of the curses that the Lord put on us? That we would go to our enemy for want of all things.
I'm just telling you what
you in captivity.
What
it's stuff we can control and stuff we can't control. People shave their beard. Ain't nobody supposed to shave their beard. That's something you can control. But they have a job. Some white man make you shave your beard off. But if you can grow your beard, grow your beard. There's certain stuff we can't control. When a woman be on her period, you ain't supposed to be around at all.
You're supposed to be in the same house with her.
But we in captivity. We ain't got the resources. Yeah. Well, we can put our wives in the separate and put wives in the separate house. We short the period.
That's an excuse. That sounds like an excuse.
Y'all just emotional. Y'all going out what y'all feel. You can't go out what you feel. You ain't make them clothes. You ain't make them shoes on your feet.
You hungry and you ain't got nothing else to eat but catfish. What you gonna eat?
You ain't gonna
catfish.
No, you ain't.
And
you gonna be put to death.
And the cheapest thing to eat is a pig. That's how black folks started eating pig, because they were cheap back in the day.
No black people started eating pig because that's what the slave master fed to us in slavery. That's what was fed to them. We wasn't eating stuff when we were back in the land. That's what being in captivity. That's what being in captivity is.
What you said. They ain't have a choice. They ain't have no choice.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you now. I ain't got no choice but to buy. I can't buy clothes that's all on the same linen because we don't make the clothes.
Well, maybe some people can't eat. They gotta eat pork. They ain't got no control. That's all they can eat. What about that?
That's what I'm telling him. That's what me and Mo telling him. Don't nobody. You ain't that bad out where you have to eat it. If the Lord give you good enough fortune where you can keep it, where you can do certain stuff, you doing. We ain't saying you can keep the law perfect. That's what the Messiah died for.
Stuff is out of control. That's what I'm saying.
When I say stuff out of control,
when you say like these clothes you wear, you saying that's out of your control.
It is out of control.
That's all.
And that's what I'm saying. But Rodney, y'all ain't gotta eat pork. That's what I'm telling you. That's what me and Mo be telling y'all. The stuff that the Lord bless you, that the laws you can keep, you keep them. But at the end of the day, we still in captivity under the white man.
How you know I ain't gotta eat pork?
It's certain stuff. You just ate it in there with chicken in there and greens and stuff in there. So that's how we know y'all do it by choice.
No, if I go home at night and I ain't got nothing but pork to eat, I gotta eat some.
Well, that's you. That's between you and the Lord.
It's out of my control. It's out of my control.
That's what I'm telling you. That's between you and the Lord.
You think you know more.
That ain't about thinking I know more. Y'all just blatantly, y'all saying y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. That's what y'all saying.
No, you the one said, I'm just telling you it's out of some people's control while you just view that it's...
When I said it wasn't.
I'm just saying it.
When I said it wasn't.
When what?
Out of our control.
You said that's out of your control.
Well, we teach you what the real prophet teach about the law is everybody ain't under the same curses to the same extent. That's why I talk to you every day and love you so much. Most of our people grew up without a father. That was one of the curses that the Lord put on our people. That the father was going to leave his children.
That's right.
Everybody ain't the same. The Lord gonna put different curses to a different extent on different people.
What Rodney was saying about the clothes thing is, you is got some control over the linen because you go back to the disciple day, only thing they had was a piece of white fabric, whether it was all white, all purple, all blue.
They wore one garment. It was all one garment. We got them. And that's what Israel. Elijah Muhammad didn't teach us that. Who taught? Elijah Muhammad didn't teach us that.
No,
Farrakhan don't teach that. That's how you know they ain't the real. The Lord said the real prophet's gonna teach stuff like what you just said. That we supposed to obey the law. Farrakhan they don't teach you that.
It's somewhat, because this true living spirit is in your heart. It's in everybody.
And we ain't gonna be saying the law we can keep. We in captivity, so we keep it. And that's how you know the Lord preserved the remnant. The people that really love the Lord and really believe if the people gonna try to the best of their ability to keep the law. They ain't just gonna say, well, we can eat ribs, so we gonna eat it like y'all do. What What the Bible saying is the people that gonna be saved from this destruction is the people that came back and repented. Once they figured out that once they learned that they were Israelites, they're gonna say, well, I ain't gonna eat no more pork. I'm gonna grow my beard. Stuff like that. They ain't just gonna learn this and say, well, I ain't got to do that. If I want to eat pork, I can eat it. Or if you really believe, you ain't gonna say that. You gonna keep it. You gonna keep the law to the best of your ability, but we ain't gonna be saved by the law. We gonna be saved by faith in the Messiah. That's what the Bible tell you, and that's what the real prophets tell you. That's why I'm talking about Leonard.
So you think if a rich man keep the faith, he can enter the kingdom of heaven just like a normal poor man?
Ain't nothing wrong with being rich.
Ain't nothing wrong with being rich.
That's what I get like the question.
And he ain't let me know. I tell him and Rodney, they go out what they feel. Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
I was just telling my dad.
A rich man can get into the kingdom the same as a poor man, but what the Messiah taught was that a rich man he gonna believe in money. He gonna love money so much that he gonna. When the Lord told a rich man to sell everything, the Lord said, well, since you claim you love me so much and you want to follow me, sell everything that you got. And the man dropped his head and walked off, couldn't do it, because he didn't want to get rid of his riches. And that's why the Lord say hardly shall a rich man enter into the kingdom. He didn't say it was impossible. He just said hardly. Just like with Kyrie, that was a perfect example. Kyrie apologized to them fake Jews and gave them that money. But if he really believed like he said he did, that we the real Israelites and stuff, he wouldn't apologize, and he would have still been sitting out to this day. That was a perfect example of what the Lord.
He had no choice.
He did. When he refused to get the vaccine, he had a choice. What he said, I got enough money, I ain't got to play no more. So why he came back this time? And that was a whole year ago. So he done made more sense then. That's what that means. A rich man can make it the same as a poor man. It ain't nothing wrong with money. See, most people teach that money is the root of all evil. Now it's the love of money. When you love money so much that you ain't got no faith, that you believe in your money, and you'll rather go out and live off your money than serve the Lord. That's what that means.
Talking about all the laws in the Bible. Ain't no man gonna be able to obey all the laws.
That's what we tell y'all.
The Bible says you can just be faithful of a few things.
A few things.
Just a
Just a
few.
few things.
Just a few.
Long as you believe in your heart and confess with your mouth, you all right.
But like my dad
You
said,
good.
it's really about your heart.
It's really about your heart.
You can trick. I can trick all y'all, but in my heart, I can know yourself.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Jesus, God, all of it. You'll never see them people in the vision because it's the spirit in your heart. It's the goodness in your heart.
You got people that see vision. The Lord give people vision.
Yeah, they get the vision. But in all
The Lord didn't talk to nobody directly but Moses.
That's
That's how you know Moses special. The Lord didn't give Moses dreams and visions.
That's why the Bible says the circumcision of your heart.
So what that mean? Circumcision of your heart. What that mean? What that mean?
You don't know what I mean.
Come on, do you know what it mean or not? No, I told you just like you with my
That's the
you.
circumcision of your heart.
What it mean?
You know what I mean to get
It
circumcised?
means the goodness that you let outflow come out your heart.
That ain't what that mean.
Yes, it does.
Circumcised means you come back to the law well, now we got the Messiah. Back then in the Old Testament, circumcised means that when they learned the law, you keep the law. That's why we the chosen people. We circumcised.
In the Bible, everybody.
They won't let.
I'm just talking. In the Bible,
He won't let me talk. Y'all see, I don't know nothing, but you won't let me talk.
Let me talk.
But when y'all talk, I don't cut y'all off. I let y'all talk. Go ahead. See, you're emotional.
I'm just saying,
Emotional.
circumcision in the Bible just let you know everybody in the Bible that was saved, that was circumcised. That's what in the Bible. That's how you knew a person was saved. The circumcision.
You do? You do?
That's what I'm saying.
Circumcised mean the people that got the laws. That's what that means. We the circumcised people, the Israelites. That's why we circumcise all the nations. That's why when King David killed Goliath, what he said? Y'all scared of this uncircumcised heathen. Meaning, see, he won't let me talk. I just see what I talk. They emotional like women, just like the Lord, just like the scripture say.
That's how you was identified.
But all that fine and dandy what he talking about. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna be able to obey all the laws It's good to know.
This how you know they don't listen. I done said this 50 million times.
What I say.
Ain't no
Martin
man
Luther
perfect.
King come up, Elijah Muhammad come up short, Malcolm X come up short, but they were faithful of a few things. But at the end, Martin Luther King
Ain't nobody perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect, but
And you ain't gonna be able to
The
do
true
it.
are
I'ma
the
let him talk.
Gentiles. The true are the
I'm
Gentiles.
gonna let him
Not
talk.
one,
I'm
not
gonna let him
one.
talk.
God said
I'm gonna let him
that.
talk. Now, why when I talk, they cut me off.
you
God
better
said
be
that.
talking more.
Nah, I put videos on my page. I don't put y'all in it.
He be preaching.
I put
The
videos.
Jew or the Gentile, ain't none of them perfect. No, not one. That's in the Bible.
That's it.
Y'all through?
That's in the Bible. I'm just telling you.
Let me ask you this, Stu.
No, I'm just letting y'all talk. Y'all through?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. One simple question. A newborn baby born with a set of nuts on it. Do you think if the parents don't get him circumcised, do you think he'll grow in sin?
You talking about now?
Yeah. Now, right now today, a newborn baby, buckler boy, pooler boy.
You got two cut that. Listen, you got don't cut me off. Let me talk.
If the doctor,
I'm gonna let you ask as much. Go ahead.
Cut the foreskin back.
Pull the foreskin back. Do you think if Pooh or Jamisha or Bucker Chance choose not to circumcise that little boy, do you think that little boy will grow in sin?
He asking you.
Y'all gotta say anything?
Yeah.
Now listen, there. It's two kind of circumcision. That's what you got to understand about the Old Testament and the New
He talking
Testament.
about putting the foreskin
word-
back off the private man.
Listen.
Just
Why
answer the
y'all-
question.
I'm answering the
No, you
question.
got- He said yes
I'm
or no. That's
answering
a
the
yes or
question.
no question.
Listen,
Yes or no
listen.
question.
I let him
You
ask
got
a long
to explain
question
all
that he
that.
wouldn't listen. Circumcised, we in the new covenant, which means we don't physically circumcise our children. Circumcised means we believe in the Messiah, that he died for our sins,
That's what I
and that
just
we
told
come
you
back to the
it was.
faith.
What
And-
I just
and-
said circumcision was in the Bible. You believe. That's
In
what-
the
that's
old,
identified.
you got two. You got the
Your
fifth
belief
spiritual.
is basically
Let me finish asking the question.
what you can live or die.
Okay, let me finish asking the question. We don't do physical circumcision no more. That's why when I'm gonna say Jesus, so y'all know what I'm talking about. When he taught circumcision, that was talking about spiritual circumcision. It wasn't talking about no physical circumcision. But he gonna be uncircumcised because they ain't gonna teach him that they Israelites, and they ain't gonna teach him that they supposed to keep the law. That's uncircumcised.
I ain't talking about in no spiritual or religion.
That's what I told you.
I ask you a question.
Physically.
Physically, you think if a male being born right now today,
You scared to
tomorrow,
answer that question. You scared to answer.
do you think if the parents choose not to have the little male circumcised, I'm gonna make it more simple than that. Do you think that if they choose not to have him circumcised, do you think that make them wrong? Or do you think they have the little boy circumcised, do that make them right? Just answer the
No,
question.
no,
It don't make him wrong.
no. For
No,
not,
no, what?
for not having your child circumcised.
Yeah.
That ain't wrong. No, it ain't that.
You
Cause we in the
think
new covenant. We start. That's what the Lord died for. We don't do physical circumcision no more.
But,
Well, circumcised not for us. It don't mean the same thing as it means in the Bible.
yeah, I know it,
Circumcised.
but that's what
You
I'm
talking about
saying.
physically.
I'm talking about physically now today, right now.
No, that
Do you
ain't
think
wrong.
They are supposed to be circumcised.
No, not physically.
Yes, he do.
No, he don't.
Yes, he do.
No, he don't, Dad.
Yes, he do. Well, let me ask you this.
No, he
Do
don't.
you really know why they say you know it's really not a sin to eat pork? It's a
Yes,
sin
it
to
is,
eat
Dad.
pork. Yeah, it's a sin to eat pork if you don't cut the male nuts out. If
No,
Huh?
that.
You got to cut him
You
out.
got to cut them out.
You
Yes,
see,
yes,
bug,
you do.
nah,
Yes, you-
bug,
yes,
nah,
Me
yeah.
to be right.
But
What
you
right?
need to be
What
right.
right?
If you
Me to be right.
if you don't circumcise a little boy,
Contending
in
for the
due
faith,
time.
y'all. Contending for the faith.
huh?
Go ahead.
When he started discharging, he had the
Infection, bacteria.
infection that go back in him,
Yeah.
get in the bloodstream. He can pass it down from generation to generation.
No, it
They
ain't.
don't get
It-
circumcised.
It's
But they
unclean.
believe in
It's unclean because the Lord made it unclean. So why you don't supposed to eat nothing that come out the water then? Why you don't supposed to eat catfish? Y'all say you don't eat pig because of the nut. So you can eat a female pig then. So you can eat a female pig. You don't matter about the female
But
pig.
that's why that.
No, that's I'll let y'all talk. That's my question, just like I answered y'all. So so a female pig, you ain't gotta do nothing to a female pig.
A lot of people won't eat a boat.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's really not a sin to eat. We just look at it well as a hog. Pork is pork. Yes, it is. A male or a female, it's pork. But the
It ain't got nothing to do about cutting no nuts out.
Yes, it
Yeah,
do.
That ain't why the Lord told us not to eat pork.
Yes, it do.
Yeah, they got a lot to do with it.
Yes, it do. It got
So
nothing to do with
why he didn't say that in the Bible? Why he didn't say, well, you can eat the female but not the male? Why he didn't say that then? If that's the reason he made it like that, why he didn't say that?
Well, everything ain't got an answer to it. But
Yeah, the Lord gave us all the answers. The Lord gave us the answer to everything, man. So why he didn't say, well, you can eat the female, but don't eat the male. The Lord said don't eat the pig, period. He ain't said nothing about no nuts, no male, no female. The Lord said don't eat the pig, don't even touch his carcass. It ain't got nothing to do with whether it got nuts or not.
Yeah, but that's one of the main reasons. You don't supposed to eat the male.
And you don't eat pig, period. First of all, because the Lord said don't eat.
But guess what?
But why
That
you
goes
say
back
that?
to what I said. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody gonna be you human. Long as you believe and confess and believe with your heart, you saved. You ain't gonna be perfect. You ain't
So
perfect.
let me ask you.
He ain't perfect.
So a man supposed to work. That's what you said. I'm asking you.
Now, when I start talking, y'all just gonna cut me off again. Can I answer the question
a man
now?
supposed to work? Huh?
If he want to. Anything else?
Ain't nobody perfect. It's a bunch of laws. You can't obey every law in that
When
Bible.
did I say that?
But you in here talking about you gonna be casting, you gonna get destroyed and this and that. This
You are. I didn't say that we can keep the law.
Yeah, everybody's destroyed, yeah.
You seeing it too. You just don't quit.
I didn't say I don't
I'm
see
just
it.
saying, you trying to make it seem like you just.
He's
don't
picking
eat
and
this
choosing.
that.
He see what you
You
doing
picking
wrong
and
and picking and choosing.
choosing.
Everybody say I see it, and we can't. And we ain't perfect. We ain't captivity. We ain't
So
seen it.
I'm gonna eat pork. I'm gonna eat whatever.
And that's the point. That's the point. They do it because they want to do it. That's the point. And that's what we said.
I'm in captivity.
That's what we said. Listen, you eat pork because you want to eat. They just say that.
No, it was fed to me.
That's it. That
It
say
was
that.
fed.
They gotta eat.
And that's what the Lord was talking about. That's all me and Mo be saying. That's all we saying. You do stuff because you want to do it.
Well, in 5 years, if the world ends in 5 years, I believe.
I ain't saying it gonna end in 5 years.
None of that stuff you saying don't matter.
I ain't saying it gonna end in 5 years.
Yeah, you did.
Now they right. I said I don't see it going another 5 years. Don't nobody know the day when it's gonna happen. We don't know.
We'll be here another 500 years. You gonna be telling that story in another life.
Well, that's all I want to get y'all to see.
If you have a reincarnation, you're gonna be telling that.
Okay. Then when
What he said,
the trouble
what he saying is true.
when the trouble come, that's all I'm saying. All I do it. I don't care what y'all do. All I do is try to
What's
get.
in your heart,
And I do what's in my heart.
Then you cut me out. All I do, the reason I tell my family this stuff is to get the blood on my hand. That's why I tell y'all.
And that's
I don't care what personally. I don't care what y'all do. The scripture says you work out your own self. You ain't gonna be saved based off what nobody else do. I tell y'all.
It comes down to your heart.
I tell y'all so y'all will know. That's my only thing. I don't care what you do. You can eat a whole pig for all I care.
Nah, you talking about
I tell y'all this because I got to stand before the
I ain't
Lord.
disagreeing with you.
I agree with him.
I ain't
I
disagreeing.
agree with him.
I'm saying this because I got to stand before the Lord.
Yeah.
And I get before the Lord, and the Lord said, well, you knew the truth. Why you ain't say nothing? That's all. That's the reason I tell y'all. You go out.
Everybody know the truth, but they don't sin.
you-
And they don't.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do.
The sin was put on this earth a long time ago. It ain't
Sin
gonna
what?
stop.
The Lord created sin. It was sin, good and bad. That's what it's about, good and righteous and wicked.
You don't know, man. This will happen. Now, when the
you
trouble
doing
start
what the
coming,
Lord
you
put on
know
your
that-
heart. I agree with you.
I agree with
certain stuff. But
What y'all don't understand
but
is
somebody-
what me and Timo tell y'all is we ain't saying you can keep the law perfect. The Lord put us in this situation where we can't keep the law. The Lord knew we were gonna be in this situation where we can't keep the law. That's what That's what he died for our sin, not for us to sin. You don't sit there and sin because and say, well, the Lord died for my sins, so I'm a sin. No, the Lord died because he knew we were gonna be in this situation up under our enemies, up under the Edomite. Well, we ain't gonna be able to keep the law. That's called grace. But the stuff, what we saying is the stuff you can keep, you should want to keep because you want to be saved. You show your, first of all, it's about faith, but you show the Lord your faith and that you love him by rehearsing the righteous acts and keeping what you can keep. But at the end of the day, we're going to be saved by the Messiah, by grace, because he died for us and he's going to come back and save us and destroy America. Me and Timo don't be telling y'all that people perfect and that you ain't got nobody that can keep the law, because you can't keep it. It's impossible. And when I try to tell them that, they get like women, they get emotional, they get They don't sit and listen. They don't sit and listen like you listen. See how you just sat there and listen, and they started talking. They don't do that. That's what Mo telling me. If he had been listening to what he said, what we were telling him, he wouldn't. We done told him 50, 11 times that you can't keep the whole law, but they don't listen. When we try to tell them that, they get blah 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 blah. You can't keep the whole law. You can't keep the law. You can't keep the whole law. You can't keep it perfect.
So they go to like women.
Yeah, just like this. See how you just sat there and listen. They don't do that.
You want to talk 24/7. You don't want nobody else to talk.
Well, when I let y'all talk, y'all say, go ahead. When I start talking, y'all, you won't let nobody talk. So which one is it? When I let y'all talk, I sit there and say, that's it, y'all. Well, answer the question. Then when I start answering it, you don't let nobody talk. That's how the white man know we like that. That's why more people, our people gonna be destroyed. Because they believe lies. And they get emotional and don't want to learn
I'm
them.
gonna ask you this question.
Yeah, I went 30 minutes.
Responsible for because we in captivity now. Could we help that?
Yeah.
How?
Because we broke the covenant. When you read in Deuteronomy, the Lord gave us a choice. I'll let you go ahead.
Hundreds of years ago.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about me and you. Could we help because we in captivity? Or can we get out of captivity?
We can't get out of captivity. That's why the Lord got to come back. We can't get out of captivity. That's why we show the Lord while we in captivity that we love him, that we got faith by rehearsing the righteous acts, which is the covenant, keeping the laws that we can keep. That's how you show your faith. You don't do stuff just because you can do it. You do stuff to show your faith. That's why the Apostle Paul said, John said, I'm gonna show my faith by my words. By my part of the work they were talking about is they rehearsing the righteous act, trying to keeping the laws they can keep. That's why they say faith without works is dead. That's what my mom them do. I believe in God. I love God, but they don't show no faith. You can't say I got faith, but then don't do but just blatantly disobey the Lord.
I agree with him on a bunch of stuff.
I agree with him.
About the Christmas tree, you don't want to have no Christmas tree. I read that and it said right down the Bible. That's the practice of the heathen.
It don't say no Christmas tree, but you believe that. The Bible don't say nothing about no. The Bible just say a tree.
A tree. Cut down the tree out the forest and deck it with.
So how you know they talk about a Christmas tree then?
Because.
For what?
You just said a tree period.
A tree period, yeah.
Okay then, that's how we know that. Sir, the Bible ain't gonna say exactly what we think it's supposed to say. You ain't gonna see the word America in the Bible.
With silver and gold.
You ain't gonna see the word America in the Bible.
Why they decked it with silver and gold?
Why?
Because the people didn't worship the sun.
They're not. That's how I know you don't listen and you get emotional. I done told you that 50 times, and now you try to act like you get around them and try to act like you telling me this. Why I been told you this? I've been telling y'all this for 4 or 5 years. When my mom and grandma used to try to make me put out them reindeer. Mom, y'all, that's wicked. That's wicked. Scooter, go get them reindeer. Go put up this tree. Go do. Mom, grandma, I ain't doing that. That's you gonna get in trouble. You going to get Christmas when they don't know Christmas wicked. I've been telling y'all that for 4 or 5 years now.
Jesus wasn't born on the 25th of December.
You celebrate Christmas, you can give. If you accept gifts, you celebrate Christmas.
What that between if I do what I'm saying, is that between me and the Lord.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just because you saying like, just for, I don't celebrate, you celebrate, I'm just saying in different ways that you don't know you celebrate stuff.
Celebrate stuff.
You celebrate, and you said,
Well, that shit like go back to what Dick Gregory said. If people say they don't celebrate holiday, but when the bank closed, they celebrate it because they can't get money out the bank. So it's a certain extent to everything. That's what we tell y'all about the law.
That's what I just told you.
That's what we tell y'all about the law. Now you going out to parties and stuff.
You just want somebody to disagree with you. You just want to have a debate.
You just want to argue. That's what he wants to do.
So y'all don't listen. I just told y'all what I tell y'all, and y'all didn't listen to what I said. I said I tell y'all this to get your blood out my hand. So why y'all say now? Y'all say I just do it because I want to argue. Which one is it? And that's a woman attitude.
No,
can't make up a mind.
No, you looking for
can't make up
rebuttal.
a mind.
That's what you looking for, a rebuttal.
I ain't looking for no rebuttal.
Yes, you are. You looking for a rebuttal.
I just told y'all what I said. I just told y'all what I tell y'all this.
But get what? The way you tell it, you say you. Y'all do this. Y'all do that. He wants somebody. He wants impact.
You looking for a rebuttal.
I ain't looking for no
You
rebuttal.
looking for a rebuttal.
I just said
if you teaching, you just gonna teach what you know. You ain't gonna say y'all do this. You just gonna
That's
teach.
what y'all do.
So y'all saying I'm so bad. Hold on. Basically, what y'all saying is I'm giving the message wrong.
No, you're not giving it wrong. I ain't saying. I'm just telling you. I ain't saying what you said is wrong.
I mean, I don't care what y'all think I'm getting it wrong or not. I'm
You
just
looking for a
asking.
debate.
That's what I'm saying. You looking
The
for
way
a
you
debate.
said, you looking for a
I ain't
debate.
saying you wrong or right. I just said you looking for a debate.
And I
argue with like a Christian, like how they be back and forth. That's what you looking for.
I ain't looking for no debate. How me saying eating pork is a sin? How is that looking for a debate?
Because you know we eat pork.
Exactly. And I'm telling y'all that's wrong.
But you ain't say nothing about the mixed limbs you got on. All that's in the
I just explained that.
You see what I'm saying?
I just explained
But you
that.
don't say it. Say all of it. Don't pick and choose which one. Just because you know we eating pork.
I just said what I got on is a sin. I said I don't make clothes. That's all I
Now you
said.
should go home naked.
Like it.
Just because now you know that.